Much like the aged Mylar balloon from the other day, this aged snack bag was beginning to disintegrate. Also, just like the other day, safety first, I took a few moments to make some good reference in my mind as far as finding my way back to where I'd parked, and then I picked out a point in the opposite direction to have an approximate idea of where I was going to be headed. And when I looked around, I found a peak that had some features that I thought would take me through some interesting territory. Though I was having trouble finding actual living creatures, I was not having any difficulty seeing signs of life all around. The vegetation, as you can see, was pretty stressed because it's been really dry in this location recently. In this clip, what I was showcasing was that originally I was going to be headed more to the right, and I decided to go towards the dark spot on the left, hoping that it was some kind of a space where I could take on some shade for the day. So I continued pressing on, looking for some shade because the sun came out and it began to get warmer than what our forecast had said earlier for some mysterious reason. And if you were watching, basically you saw that I saw an unusual rock formation. And so I walked out to the rock formation and found signs of prior civilization here and there strewn about. So it's blazing hot out here instead of being super cool and overcast completely the way that it was forecast. If I'm gonna want to have some shade with my snack, I'm gonna have to make it up there. So let's see what it looks like. Once again, I missed the opportunity to film an unidentified bird in this particular instance. Large bird, might have flown from in here. So I've been walking for 2.5 miles and just approaching 2 hours of walking, so very slow progress. And as with before, I covered a lot of ground just to find the one space where I could sit and have a snack peacefully, and that's what I'm about to do. So there's not much like that to enjoy a juicy, cool pear in the middle of the shade after the temperatures have increased to probably approaching 80. Might be a little cooler, but out here in the desert, the heat seems to be accelerated somehow. So I'm gonna head off from this excursion a little sooner than probably I would have otherwise, but that's mostly because, as you can see, the sky is clearing up and the heat is intensifying, and I've got quite a distance to cover on the way back. So I haven't shared all of my water with the cactus yet, and just to be sure, remember, safety first. And I've got my landmarks in sight, and I'm about to start just heading back, kind of winging it, looking for the easy way back, the way where I'm least likely to fall down or get stuck by a cactus or anything like that. Every so often I see fun formations that look like they have personalities out here. Do you see it? So today's walk was 6.21 miles in about 5.5 hours. So I drove back enjoying a beautiful sunset, going well below the posted speed limit, and as I said, it reached about 80 degrees today, maybe more. I ended up seeing one lizard today. The lizard was just as surprised to see me as I was to see it. It ran back and forth a couple of times before taking cover. It was almost like an excited puppy, not knowing what to do, and then suddenly knowing it needed to take shelter just in case. I wouldn't have harmed the lizard. I mostly would have just recorded it so that you guys could see it, just like you're seeing this almost full moon over Castellan in Big Bend National Park, where the weather is still a little bit strange. A weird windstorm came in, and so I called it a day pretty early. Till next time, peace, love, and all that old school stuff.